Uh, Thank you so much for your time and for coming here. We have some questions about the, uh, your guru and the teaching that gives he to the world.
Okay.
It's very interesting and how maybe it changed your life meeting with him.
The most beautiful thing that Gurudev is teaching me every single day, even now, is to be sincere to myself and to my path. Because he shows me that when I'm not sincere, I am not able to feel this love which he is here to awaken in everybody, because that is Guruji's mission, to open up people's heart to understand that we are this love, not with the mind, but with the heart. Because in today's world, everybody loves very selfishly. And when I saw Gurudev for the first time, it was in a darshan in Johannesburg. And I remember watching him give blessings to people for 6 hours. And I had never seen anybody love like that in my life. And that's what was the inspiration or the spontaneous prayer that arose inside of me to say, I would like to love like that one day. So I can say that this is many years later. I definitely see more beauty now than what I did many years ago. Life is very different from what I understood things to be. I judge a lot less, so therefore I can love more. And yes, eventually, like he told me once, that I asked him how to love like him, and he said, it's simple, don't think. And I'm hoping one day it will be like that continuously. But for now, yes, many a time when there is not the thinking and just doing what needs to be done in the moment, then in that moment, love is blossoming. Everybody has a Sadguru, and when you are ready, he will find you. And that was the case with me. He found me, because he knew I was ready. And I'm so grateful to him, because today I understand when Mahavatar Babaji and Guruji says, want to be an instrument of God. Because the joy comes from seeing others happy, actually, not yourself. And I think that's what I see in Guruji always, that he never lives for himself. All the times I have been with him, whatever I have experienced, that whatever he does is never for himself. And yet he is the most free, the happiest being. I know that he looks like us, but masters are not really like us. They might look as we think they are human, but no. But he's not, and he shows us, actually for me, he's shown me often how much judgment I would have, or how to where I have to change myself. What is stopping me from being joyful inside? Yeah, because that is what a Sadguru is. He's a perfect mirror for each of his devotees. Yeah, and that's why if we try to understand him from the mind of a human, we will always end up judging. But when you can understand that he is only here to show us what we have to change, because he is the clearest mirror you could ever find for yourself, then we can truly respect him and honor him. I think there's something very beautiful which he's shown me, is that when the faith is there in him, then you can be anywhere and speak about that. How can I put it? Nothing can shake you, whether it's judgments or criticism. But it actually comes from the deepest, the respect and that you can have for others. And also respecting your own self, actually, first. I could never understand the words of what Jesus said, that when he was on the cross and he said, "Lord, forgive them, for they know not what they do," until last year. Because a master can reveal the inner wisdom to you, but only when you are ready to understand it. And I realized that only one who can accept themselves so fully, one who knows the deepest truth so fully, will never judge anybody and will only have compassion and love and forgiveness, because they know the deepest truth. And that is what I have seen with Guruji, actually. How forgiving he is with everybody. And yes, every day that's the inspiration now, to be more loving, to be more forgiving, to be more available to what is your duty today. Yeah, because we all assume that our duty is the same every day, and that's not true. Your duty changes now every day. But we think that the duty is to go to work and just do the same. But even in that, there is a deeper duty which we forget. And that is to honor and respect people that we live with, because that's the gifts that God has given us now. That's what Guruji says, that we are gifted with the people around us the most. And when we can understand that they are gifts from God, then the way we will live together, the relationship that we will have with everybody around us will be completely different. So, thanks to Gurudev. If you don't have that question about who am I, what am I here for, besides going to bed, waking up, going to have a job, when those questions come, that who am I really, what am I here for, that's when you are ready for a deeper question, for a deeper answer now. Before that, even if I think of Guruji, if he came to me like even 15 years, maybe a little more, I would not have been open, no. Because I was still so much in Maya. I had a family, I had 2 children. But he knew when my time was right. And then he found me. Yeah. Because many people would tell him, Guruji, oh, I wish I had met you 20 years ago, all of this wasted time. And he said, no, it's not wasted. Because if I came to you 20 years ago, you would not even have recognized me. Your heart would not have recognized me at all. So the time has to be there. And yes, when you do feel it's time, always pray that you can, firstly, the 2 things Guruji was telling us that Shidi Baba had said, that firstly, the 2 things which are the most difficult to do. The one thing is to listen to your heart, to be able to hear what your heart is telling you to do. And the next thing is to be able to carry out what your heart is telling you to do. That's true. It's the 2 most difficult things. Because you will think, I have found my Guru, I need to be with my Guru. And then 10 other people in your family will be telling you, no, that's crazy, you are crazy, the group is crazy. Yes, because when you don't understand, when you don't have understanding, you will do that. I also did that. Before I met my first Guru was Sri Ravi Shankar. I had a cousin who had her Guru. I also thought she was crazy. She was always only wanting to be with them, and I used to think like, what is this? Until I met my first Guru, and then her Guru came home, he came home to South Africa. And at that point, I could bow to him. And I wept because I realized, wow, when you can't see, you really can't see. When it's not your time, you won't see it. And you will judge, you will say many things about people that are on the path. But for sure, when it's your time, then your Guru will find you. And then, thank God, by His grace, you are able to truly ask for forgiveness now to those that you have judged and criticized and felt all these things about. By His mercy and grace, you can. He always shows that even if one person out of 20 people is willing to be sincere, they open the door for everybody else around them to also be sincere. And that the world needs so much today, because everybody is always not sincere. They're afraid to be truthful, no?
Yes.
Even though God has given all of us intelligence, if you are, even if you are gossiping, 6 people are sitting and gossiping, for sure 1 or 2 people know that this is not good. But what do you do? Because you are afraid, of what your friends will say. Maybe they won't be friends with you anymore. And that's what it means to be attached to the fruit of your action, no? Bhagavad Gita chapter 3, Karma Yoga. Yeah, it's true. Because of the consequences, you won't do what your inside is saying you should be doing. That tell them to stop, this is not right. And then you feel, oh, I should behave. It's like how you were expecting me to suddenly just say, like I told you, you're asking me a question which I need, about my journey, how I met my Guru. That's a whole book on its own. How can I tell you? How can I tell you in 5 minutes? I can't. Because there's so many things I would like to share, which is so beautiful. How can I just condense it? No, then I dishonor my Guru, no? Because he has orchestrated your Sadguru waits patiently till you are ready that he can come to you, no? How carefully he plans your journey, watching you, waiting till the moment when you are ready to meet him, when you know in your heart, that I belong to him. This is what I have been waiting for. Not just this lifetime, but lifetimes. And that you can't condense and put in a few minutes, not possible. And that's the most amazing thing that he teaches, no? Be sincere to yourself and to your path. That's what he always asks of his devotees. And I'm eternally grateful to him for that. Because every day he's teaching us how more sincere you can be, a different level of sincerity, a different awareness of that you can be more sincere today than what you were yesterday. Yesterday you could only see. It's like how sometimes you are only ready to see part of a picture, and then slowly he uncovers it to show you what you are ready to see. So it's like that. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you.
And Babaji. When I watch him, I'm always in awe of him because he's always completely natural. You know, he doesn't think he has to be sitting like a yogi, or he doesn't think he has to be anything. He just is. He always just is. And that's why it's always so wonderful to just watch him, because you always think, I would never do that. And then you just see how amazing he is, no? It's true. When you will see, when you meet him, you will see that. So, thank you for allowing me to just have my way and just speak about Gurudev, because that's the most. When you start speaking about him, then every question that you had probably got answered. Somehow, some way or another, it got answered. So, whichever way you want, it got answered.
I become very good lessons right now for me.
That was from him. That was from him, because you could see he wouldn't. You have seen me give satsang, and answer, but he was saying, no, you be honest, because and the truth was that I could have just sat here and smiled at you. And I had nothing to say. So, and that is actually the real spirituality, because how, if you are not sincere to yourself, how can you close the door to even change yourself, no? It's the first thing. If you can't even be truthful about what you are feeling in this moment, not about all the layers of emotion, but even what the layer you can see. Everybody can see that. If you can't even be sincere about that, how will you even pray for change? How will you move forward? You can't. So